Meanwhile, President Trump continues touting tax reform as Nancy Pelosi kind of poorly attempts to call the thousands of extra dollars in bonuses merely crumbs. Take a listen.
In terms of the bonus that corporate America received versus the crumbs that they are giving to workers to kind of put the schmooze on is so pathetic.
Here now is Republican Congressman Todd Rokita from Indiana. He is the lawmaker behind the Crumbs Act, pushing to make the first $2,500 of workers' bonuses tax-free in 2018. It's a terrific idea, by the way, just because I'm for any tax cut at all, but particularly one that's titled the Crumbs Act. Have Democrats expressed anything but disdain for this, or have they kept their mouths shut?
Well, mostly in my circles, they've kept their mouths shut. But, you know, there's no hiding that their leadership, and most of them, are so out of touch with American workers and the American people that $1,000 is somehow schmoozing and it's just crumbs is unreal. It just shows how left the left really is these days. That means a lot to people. You know, it's a light bill. It's child care. It's more than a light bill. It's a half a year's worth of light bills. It's child care for a good number of months. It's a lot of things to a lot of people.
Well,
and
it's about, we put it together. It's 20 to 40, depending on where you live, bags of groceries. That's very important. Yeah. It puts food on the table. It's that simple. Yeah. But, you know, Americans are warming up to the tax cuts. Either they've personally benefited somehow, or they know of someone who has, or they've seen enough examples in the media to convince them that it's not Armageddon, as Nancy Pelosi said it was. Are Democrats at all inside Congress, are they trying to back away from those Armageddon kind of statements?
I don't know. The more I see it, they're doubling down. They may be quiet right now, but of course we're out of session, but they're doubling down because at the end of the day, Dave, in their heart, in their soul, they just know, and in their minds, that they know how to run our lives better than we do. And if they just had more of our property, here, our money, to run their terrible big government ideas, everything would work out better.
But they're also politicians, forgive me, but they have this sort of sixth sense about what works and what doesn't work. And I just think that it's cutting into even their base. Even some of their base realize that it's not Armageddon.
Dave, you look at Indiana Senior Senator Joe Donnelly, who I'm running against, and you see that he's doubling down on these, on not giving these tax cuts. So, you know, President Trump's right. I think the Crumbs Act and the word crumbs should be the rallying cry of 2018 for Trump supporters, for anyone who likes their own property back. Just like deplorables was used, you know, Hillary Clinton's deplorables comment was used in 2016.
Right. Well, how goes it? How, are people who've received the bonuses going to get a tax break?
Well, thank you. We're gathering co-sponsors right now. That's the first step to show leadership that there's support behind this. I've asked leadership now to consider the crumbs bill on the floor of the House, and we ought to get it out of the House. We ought to get it over to the Senate. Of course, the Senate's is the biggest problem these days, of getting good ideas through. So first step is in the House. I have the bill. I think your viewers ought to ask your representatives to co-sponsor the Crumbs Act, because that's a good indication that it'll pass the House of Representatives.
And it's a one-time deal, so it's not like it'd be a budget buster.
Right.
I mean, there are budget busters in the budget, but not this one.
This is not it.
Best of luck to you. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you.
You bet, Dave.